watch list already, and then for some reason when I opened it back up right now, this Swim app deleted my updates that I updated to the list, so I gotta go back and find some stuff, but for the most part I do remember the stocks I was looking at. So take a look at the SPY. You know, we pushed up a couple weeks ago, and then now we kind of faded, but now we have this momentum back up. Not too much volume on it was a Wednesday. I mean, I guess we are going into a holiday weekend, so stocks were bound to not trade as much. Maybe some people went away or something, I don't know. But we did make, zoom in a little bit, we did make a higher low right here. But also we are fading into like this, you know, and you'll see a lot of stocks on this watch list actually have this like bull flag pennant kind of thing. I don't think that's a coincidence because it has to do with the SPY price action movement. But for the most part, we have an up movement. We have this pattern like this. One example is not ABBV, no, ADI. We can see we have an up movement, and then we have a hit and then hit. Very similar to the SPY. It's actually the same thing, to be honest. Let's take a look. Why is this on here? So let's look at GLD. Gold had a pretty good week. It held these very high price points and maintained a pretty decent volume. Nothing too noteworthy. Silver has a similar thing. Just it doesn't want to break above, but it doesn't want to break below. So there's a tug of war happening at this price action. So let's get into some of the stocks. We have ABBV. Now ABBV, we go to a higher time frame. Is what we're looking at, right? So we have this price. It doesn't really seem to be holding at anything particular. Maybe is that actually it back here? Kind of, not really. But for the most part, on this actually says it. This is the next resistance at a price point, or price action point, because this isn't really too strong. That's pretty much it. So what we're looking at here is we have this up move up from earnings, and then we have hit a wall. Then now we have this fading price, our rising support, making this kind of like an ascending triangle, although I wouldn't call it that much because something about it doesn't seem right to me for an ascending triangle, but that's what it kind of is. Now this candle in particular is really interesting. Look at that, it like perfectly closed above, or at this, or it opened up at above, it went above. But again, so this was Thursday, no, this was, yeah, Thursday. The price actor, people probably didn't want to even get into this trade knowing this is a 3-day weekend. Now we might see this fade down, what is this, like 1.5% to push above, what is this? It's maybe 7%, max 7%, right? Probably not going to get there one day, but this might be a pretty good swing trade I might take. Again, I'm not saying you should do it, I'm saying that this is something that I'm keeping an eye on. I think this is a pretty highly probable pattern. Hopefully it goes down first because I don't, there's volume there. See, if we take a look at the volume along here, the volume in the middle is relatively lower, that's fine, that makes sense. We want to see high volume at the high buying volume down here, and lower selling volume up here. I think I'm diving too deep into this, but anyway, this is definitely a good thing I want to see for a potential breakout. We'll see what happens. ADI, like mentioned before, take a look at ADI in a higher time frame. This ADI's all-time high. It's like 127 about. Now you can see this is was like 5 weeks. This is like a month of data. Price action consolidating in between these two rising or a falling support and a rising, or a falling resistance and a rising support. And these weekly candles, very high selling pressure. But at the same time, the buyers are still here. Look at these two candles in particular. Or even, yeah, moving. Look at these. One, this candle, this candle, this candle. Very high buying, pushing up. But again, low volume on this candle. Low volume. Relatively low volume on this one. You can actually, wow, now that I look deeper into this, there's actually a lot of low volume buying. I'll definitely keep it on the watch, but I don't know if this is gonna fade down just because of that volume. But again, it could go up, we never know. So CCL, this is something I might not touch, but it is worth noting for. We're at this, so this is like February 1st, not February, April 1st low. This was May 14th. So about every month, it's a rising support, and we're at this, right? standard deviation from the upside that was acted as a resistance, and this is a very heavy downward channel. This is definitely, so if this falls, it'll probably fall to this level, right? Not guaranteed, but most likely, like within a couple days. So that's about 30%. 30% to the downside, about 50% to the upside maximum. This just seems too risky, however it's worth noting. So currently, a lot of stocks either have this kind of pattern where it's at this trend line from a rising support, or it's like ADI similar to the SPY where it's like this bull flag pennant. I will probably not be touching this. Maybe I'll throw like 10 shares at it just to see what happens, you know, and like just I made a little money, but it's just kind of gambling for me. It's too risky. I don't like this, but it is worth noting. So FSM is a miner. Now there's no real pattern going on here. This is a company that I've been looking into fundamental wise, and I really like the, I guess, balance sheet and the fundamentals of the company. Now I don't love it, but I do like it, and when this falls to lower price levels at like $3, I really want to pick it up. I don't know if it's gonna get there, so I might start buying if it falls, but I am already heavily invested in the gold miners, so I don't necessarily need to take more positions, but if the value comes in, I do want to pick some more up, and this is one that I do like. MAG, I also like too. They have very little debt. Now again, this isn't a trade, this is just more a fundamental trade, I guess, if you will, or fundamental decision of a trade. This falls to about $12, that's what I buy price point at. That'd be great. That's 10% down. Again, it might not get there, but I do already have a position in the gold miners. This is look at this 19 million volume on this day. Some big hedge fund maybe had to dump this, or maybe they bought it, probably dumped it. I don't know, but that's a big move. We're watching Neo. I traded this actually Thursday. I did pretty well. Not amazing, but I could have done a lot better if I held on. But it was getting risky for me, but I'm gonna be looking to see this retest this 60 level and potentially push up to like $10. So even though there is a resistance at, what is this? Like $10.50, $10 is the psychological price point. So that's gonna probably get hit before this 10.60. But yeah, there's good news is surrounding this stock. Definitely would look into the upside. It is in very overbought conditions. But again, I guess you can say that the fundamentals have changed because more electric car deliveries were anticipated than what the stock price was expecting. But still, relatively, it's extended. But I would be looking this to the upside just because of all the hype. Just because of the hype. And also, again, I don't short stuff. I will be looking at Tesla too, similar to Neo, except Neo is a lot cheaper stock to put money into and move shares around. It's the same thing as Neo. This thing's probably going up. Although look at it. So man, 25% on Tesla in like a week. This has got to see some downward movement. It's very risky in these territories, right? Just because it moves so much. But looking for a pullback on Tesla or Neo, and then potentially hopping for either swing or a day trade. Well, depending on the news and price movement. So TSM, someone in the comments actually, covenant analysis, I'm pretty sure. He pointed this out, but I had no idea this was actually, I forgot this company was so good. Someone mentioned it to me a while ago, and then just forgot about it, and now here we are again looking at it. And I wish I was able to take a position, but it kind of seems expensive right now. But last week, or the last month or something, it is forming this pennant. Right, it goes up, pennant, and then it finally breaks out of the pennant, and on good volume too, relatively to the last couple weeks. So this would have been a really good move. However, I was unable to pick it up, or unable to identify the pattern quick enough. Definitely, we could continue watching this. This is the all-time high. Like $60 is the all-time high. About $60. So what we can expect is it to push up to here, maybe fall back, push up to here, maybe fall back. But within maybe a week or so, no, maybe like a month. If this does want to break out, we have to see the pressure, come down, fiddle here, then to push push up to be a real move, but I don't know, I'm just anticipating that might happen. But that's what I'd be watching here, the potential breakout from the all-time high within maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm just gonna keep it on the list. So US Steel X is getting absolutely clobbered. Now, the fundamentals of this company seem pretty weak. A lot of stuff just seems pretty bad about this company, but man, we're looking at monthly chart back from like 1990. We are, man, this is just weird though, but we are basically at 1 standard deviation, and it has never fallen below this line. I mean, I guess it has, right? And that little fall below the line is 25%. This is something I don't know if I feel comfortable putting money in, but right now, from a buying technical value point of view, this isn't dangerously like low, but probable opportunity for a bounce. And let's say US Steel comes back, it does some stuff, it moves up. Like this thing is so cheap right now, but that doesn't mean like the fundamentals of this company are pretty trash, like they're garbo, but it doesn't mean they could be a turnaround. And this is something maybe this week I will look further into the company's fundamentals to see if this is a good trade or not, because from a technical price point of view, this is golden. This is in this like nice buying channel, but this thing could go out of business, you know, it doesn't mean anything that much, but I do want to keep it on watch because the potential upside is a lot greater than the downside if the company is able to hold together and steel prices come back and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe I will do that this week. If anyone is interested, look to fundamentals of this company. There actually, I mean, there definitely was some other companies I was looking at. I wish my list didn't get deleted, but this is so weird. So take a look at my list, right? So we have A, B, 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 C, C, and it goes from C to P. What happened to all of my stocks from the C to B? Why does this keep deleting all my stocks? I don't understand. I have this massive list of companies and it just deletes itself. I don't know, but it's FCX, I think. Yeah, FCX, Freeport McMoran. I think they do, I don't even remember exactly, but there it is. I think they do steel too, or maybe they do copper, but they're in some really low price points where the potential upside is crazy, but the downside is out of business, right? So you lose all your money. But anyway, that's the list for kind of right now. Most of it's going to be swing trades, potential breakout plays, depending on, again, what the news does or what the C's thing is talking about in the news. But yeah, ABBV is looking like the most promising play in my opinion. But that doesn't mean I'm taking a position, it just means I'm closely analyzing it. And I gotta figure out where all my stocks went. I am very sad. Like that's like 40 stocks on my list that just vanished out of thin air because I logged on. I'm gonna save my list in like a Word document or Excel document, this way I can open it up and still like have a list of every company. But yeah, this makes me sad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in a week. We'll get some more updates and make some money hopefully.